to the job site right now. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of an update. So I've been reviewing these Archie products going on about a week and a half now. Let me start off by saying I've never been a big fan of these snake oil products or these oils that claim to do this, claim to do that. Be honest with you, I didn't even want to try out this product. I'm not a big fan of just putting additives into my crankcase. I'm a bigger fan of figure out what the fuck is wrong and fix it. As I stated in the first video that I did, I considered this to be bullshit. I considered it to be snake oil. And I gotta say, Archie oil, I'm gonna have to retract my previous statement. My truck was averaging 11.6 miles to the gallon, as stated in video number 2. Basically what I did was I topped off the tank all the way to the rim, and I took a specific route that had certain hills, certain flat areas, a couple of steep grades, all the same. The route was a total of 52 miles. The route ended on the opposite side of town, but in the same spot where I started, at the same exact gas station. After I filled up that second time, I basically divided how many gallons I added to the truck by how much mileage I put. Blah, blah. I could edit that, but I'm not gonna edit it. You guys get what I'm saying. I got my MPG based on my mileage and filling up the tank all the way to the rim. In 52 miles, it averaged 11.6 miles. Horrible as fuck. Anyway, I topped off the fuel tank once again. I headed home, which was less than a half a mile. The following morning, I added the first oil product, the friction modifier. I was a little skeptic about what it would do and how it worked, what detergents were in it and whatnot. But anyway, I attempted to add the liquid to the running engine, which was in video number 3. Didn't go too well, so I shut the engine down, still in the continuous video, added the product, and immediately started the truck back up. I had a decibel meter that was sitting on the front of the engine on the truck, and it was running right around 8.3 to 8.4 decibels. In a matter of about 5 minutes of putting the product into the truck, it dropped by 1 complete decibel. Now you won't say that's a lot, that's nothing, that's not a big deal. It could have been surrounding noises, blah, blah, blah. If you notice in that video, I ran a stopwatch next to it with the most silence as possible, no talking, no nothing, for about a minute each time I did a separate test. I came back about 30 minutes later. Also, the video was still going, and it had dropped by that point by 2 decibels. What's going on up here? We got a lot of strobes. CDOT. Anyway, it dropped by 2 decibels. I wasn't yet fully convinced, so I let the video go for an additional 30 minutes watching the decibels. It was about a total of like an hour and maybe 5 minutes, if I recall right in the video. And I came back outside, and the truck had dropped all the way down to 80 decibels. 4 decibels is a noticeable difference. Within a matter of an hour, the entire engine changed the way it sounded, and it changed the way it was idling. I let the truck run off of camera after I got those results for about an additional 45 minutes to an hour. I didn't really time it, before I took the truck out on a test drive. Video number 4, I came back, it was still idling from video number 3. And I gotta tell you, the minute I backed out of my driveway, I actually noticed a difference. My turbo was actually whistling at an idle. I run an ATS dual ball bearing turbo stage 2, 1.5 injectors, no programmer, no tube. I noticed a difference that I hadn't never noticed in my truck. As I accelerated to back out of the driveway at less than 1500 RPMs, my turbo was spooling quite more than what it normally did. Now, my turbos always sounded beautiful, amazing, quite annoying. I'm sure you can hear it in the video now. But anyway, I put the truck into drive after backing out of the driveway, and I accelerated towards my stop sign, which is roughly about the distance of 2 houses maybe. And I noticed immediately I didn't have to push the accelerator pedal as hard as I normally did. So I was quite impressed by that, with only a matter of 2 hours of the product being in the truck. Took the truck out. I drove maybe about 2 or 3 miles, and I was holy hell impressed, as you'll see in video number 4. The truck was so responsive, I actually ended the video and I had to reach out to Eric. Prior to me ending the video, I dropped my camera down to my gauge cluster, and I decided to launch my truck. I'm not a big fan of launching my truck because this is a heavy son of a bitch. 99 F350 long bed. And let me tell you, when I launched my truck, it snatched both tires up in smoke. It shifted into second gear, tires up in smoke, and finally decided to hook when it shifted into the third gear. My truck is automatic, not standard transmission. I was impressed. I was able to practically bury my needle in half of the distance of what it ever took me to bury the needle in my truck. Am I convinced? Not 100%. Am I sold? Not 100%. Did I notice changes? 1,000%. But here's where I have a problem. This additive claims to clean stitch in the motor, but at the same time claims to be a friction modifier. I could understand when it's cleaning stitch or carbon or buildup, whatever the fuck you guys want to call it. I understand there's going to be improvement. I understand the engine is going to run a hell of a lot smoother. What I don't understand is how they can claim to clean all the carbon in the engine. That was until I added the fuel additive. Let me tell you this much. Once I added the fuel additive, within the first 50 miles, my truck sounded day and night difference. My truck woke the fuck up. I can tell you right now, without a doubt, my turbo is making a lot more power. My turbo is spinning a lot more freer. And my truck is a hell of a lot more responsive. I'm gonna clear this curve here because we're going out to the middle of nowhere. I'm headed to a farm job. They called me in because they needed a driver. But let me tell you, my truck sounds so much throatier, so much healthier, and it idles so much smoother. I'm coming up on 400,000 miles, 386 to be exact. My truck has always been a pig. I've never done maintenance on my truck. It's always been diesel, oil, and go. I consider archoil to be a tune-up in a bottle. I still do not recommend products just because the nature of recommendations, and if something doesn't work for somebody, they're always going to come back to you, hey, you recommended this. So by no means am I recommending this product to nobody. But what I will tell you, for me, this product made a day and night difference. I'm coming up over on the bridge. Once I get over this bridge, I'm gonna romp on it just so you guys can hear the turbo spool up and how my truck responds. My truck has never had balls to bark the tires. She's always been a heavy pig. I gotta tell you, I am sold. I am convinced. All right, here we come up on the bridge. Once I get over the bridge, I can see what's on the other side. CDOT and DOT like to be over here just because of the agricultural farming and all the commercial trucks. So once I get over it and we're clear, I'm gonna start slowing down as I approach. Trucks coming this way, and then after that we are clear. State Patrol is normally parked right here to the right in this little driveway, and if this is not State Patrol, we're going to go ahead and drop it. That was actually Parks and Wildlife, but we're still good. I'm going to go ahead and drop it just so you guys can hear how she sounds. Have another camera on the dash. As I've been doing this video, I've had a dash cam on. I'll insert that video into this video. I'll add it as an edit. I don't edit any of my videos. I don't make corrections in any of my videos. If I stutter or I said something wrong, it's going to be in the video. I don't like to cut videos just because people have a tendency to say, well, that was edited. Oh, what did he cut out? All my videos are all continuous shots. If I add something to the video, it'll be up in one of the corners. But all of my videos are continuous feed. We're pulling up to our destination here at the farm. I'll get one last romp. Let the boss know we're coming. Woo! Listen to that that wastegate dump. Let's pull up in here. We about to get this shit show started. All right, folks, that's gonna conclude my my final say on this product. Like I said, I won't recommend it just because of the nature of recommendations and products, but I will tell you it worked for me. It made a day and night difference. All right, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and cut out. I'll probably do another video here at the farm of some other regular content. Till then, be safe.